Oh, now you want to talk?
This whole thing is my fault.
Wow, you're hard to keep track of. Okay, I accept your apology. Can I call you back?
Bike messengers get involved in a bad deal in the new movie Premium Rush.
Our movie guy Aaron Lafferty saw the movie last night and is here with us to review.
All right, Aaron, this actually looks really good. I can't stop watching the trailer.
I wasn't sure how much a bike messenger movie could be exciting, having never been a bike messenger myself. But it was actually what they did with the story. There's a bad deal. Normally they're just delivering packages and letters and things like that and correspondence. But there's some secretive thing that I'm not going to give it away that happens here that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, our main character, picks up. There's some crooked cops, there's gambling, there's this underworld crime thing in New York City. So it's a lot more exciting than you'd think, and the way they use the camera angles, there's a lot of point of view cameras where you're kind of riding along with him. They switch the shots inside other cars that are driving around. So there's a lot of interesting, the editing and the camera use really hypes up the energy in this movie.
I mean, it looks dangerous and high adventure in some strange way.
Yes, there's some interesting, also he's kind of a no holds barred kind of rider. He doesn't use brakes. His bike doesn't have brakes on it. It's got one gear only. It's just go, go, go. So that's kind of his lifestyle. And that's kind of the way the whole movie is. And there's some interesting concepts where, as he's riding through traffic, is he going to go this way or this way to avoid the crashes? Because basically he knows at some point he's going to have a crash.
So it lives up to the name Premium Rush.
Yes, and Michael Shannon's great as the bad cop.
Very nice.
Kind of the bad
It does
guy.
say PG-13. Is that language?
Mostly language and just kind of the intensity of the action of all the riding and people getting hurt and things like that.
Okay, a little bit of violence.
A little bit of violence, yeah.
All right, looks like an exciting one, though.
It is. I think it'll be the #1 movie of the new movies this weekend. I don't think it'll beat Expendables 2. I think that'll stay #1, but I think Premium Rush will be the best of the new movies this weekend, as far as dollars go.
What else can we anticipate for this weekend?
Just open on Wednesday, actually, is a movie called Hit and Run. Dax Shepard, Bradley Cooper in dreads, and Kristen Bell. Basically, Dax Shepard, who you may know from Parenthood, the show on NBC, he's a guy who's in Witness Protection Agency. He's a former getaway driver. He risks it all to help his girlfriend get out of LA.
This looks funny.
That's kind of where it goes.
Is it funny?
It's rated R. I haven't seen it. They didn't screen this one.
Okay.
It's rated R. It has not been getting good reviews. Really? So might want to wait and rent this one.
It's good to know which ones we should, go to the
Maybe
theater
wait
for
on,
and maybe wait on. So you're recommending hold off on this one?
Yeah, I would say Premium Rush, go see like a matinee or a little less expensive version. It's worth it, but I would say wait on Hit and Run.
All right, good advice. I like knowing how I can save some money.
Yes, save some cash.
All right, what else do we have?
We have a horror movie this weekend. This is in limited release, so it's only at a couple theaters in West Michigan. It's called The Apparition. Ashley Greene, you might know from Twilight. This is a PG-13 horror thriller, so it's not like really gory, but it's not for the little kids, so it's more, in your mind kind of tricks. Basically, this couple has unleashed some kind of supernatural thing in college, and it's been following them into their new house.
Is it really scary?
I don't know.
It looks scary.
It does.
I mean, at this.
Just from the clips,
girl.
Just from the clips I've seen, it's scary. There's something going on. It might be in the vein of Ring or something like that.
Okay, so kind of be prepared and pay attention to that PG-13 for sure.
Yes, it is PG-13.
All right.
We also have a documentary this weekend. We're in election season. This is 2016 Obama's America. Basically, it kind of says if Obama is reelected, what will America and the world look like in 4 years? It's been getting pretty much right down the middle reviews. People either don't like it or they do like it. I'm not sure if that's Obama supporters are liking it or hating it, or Romney supporters. So I don't know if it's falling down political lines, but it's been getting mixed reviews. So
it looks interesting.
It is based on a New York Times bestseller, so it should actually have some decent content. But who knows if it's. A lot of times these things do have some kind of an agenda. They may take one angle, so just be prepared and be aware that.
Kind of go with an open mind.
Yeah, documentaries tend to be skewed a little bit. So.
This is rated PG as a documentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably there's some language and some images in there.
Interesting.
So.
All right, so let's talk about some of those Michigan-made movies.
So we got didn't get to talk for the last couple of weeks because we had the Olympics and whatnot. So we have some movies to talk about. Virginia, which filmed, it's one of the last big budget movies that was filmed here that finally made it to the theaters. It is now out on DVD. It came out on Tuesday. I definitely go see it for the performance of Jennifer Connelly, if not for the landmarks in West Michigan. But she might not get nominated for this one because it was a limited release, but it's at least worth seeing for her performance.
And are there a lot of scenes where you can look at it and go, hey, I know where that is? Is it one of those?
Yeah, having not spent as much time on the lakeshore as you guys have, I didn't recognize as much, but a lot of people in the audience at the screenings I went to were like, hey, you know,
That's
so
just
they recognize,
so fun.
or they recognize themselves. You know, a lot of local people were involved in this one.
The plot is really interesting, so can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's basically this local sheriff, played by Ed Harris, is trying to run for state senate, and Jennifer Connelly and him have had this relationship. Her son and his daughter have a relationship, so there's all these different intertwined relationships. Yeah. So it is very interesting. It is rated R, so just be aware of that.
Okay.
The next one I'm extremely excited for. Looking forward to a lot of pursuits here.
There's a lot of reasons why this one has the interest. It's got the, you know, Whitney Houston's in it. It's her last movie. She died shortly after filming wrapped on this one. Sparkle is in theaters that we're talking about. It's PG-13. It was also shot in the Detroit area last fall, so that's it's been doing okay. So
has it been doing as big as they thought? I mean, I thought this thing would be huge.
Yeah, I think they thought it would do better because of the Whitney Houston connection. Obviously, Jordan Sparks is in it. She's the main character. It's about a girl group back in 1960s Detroit. So that's where that story goes.
And a lot of local actors can actually be seen in this one as well. I know they cast out of Detroit for this film.
So yeah, so there's a lot of Michigan connections here, and you know, we'll see how it does. Also coming soon, Red Dawn, which is a remake of the 1984 movie, was shot in Michigan. This was before Chris Hemsworth was Thor. This was before Josh Hutcherson was Peeta in the Hunger Games. This movie was filmed back in '09, and then MGM went into bankruptcy. So this movie's been on the shelf. It's coming out November 21st. So
it looks kind of interesting.
We're getting our first looks at that, and that's going to be a PG-13.
And that's next week?
No, it's November 21st.
Or November, okay, so we've got to wait a little bit.
So just looking ahead there.
Thank you so much for giving us the inside scoop.
Yeah.
We love a great movie, and I appreciate your advice before we head to the theater.
Right.
Thank you for letting us know which ones to go see and which ones to kind of hold off on. All right, sounds good.
We'll be right back.